Hello everybody and welcome back to Victoria, where we are currently struggling a little bit with our population, specifically with qualifications in our population. That's the hard part here, and we'd love to get agrarianism passed. That would be a good first start. Unfortunately, we have had literally the worst luck so far on that. Let's see what happens with this. I've restarted the game, maybe that helps. We got another stall. Well, okay. It doesn't help. Well, that's good to know. We are, of course, working on some private constructions here. Logistics were just unlocked, leading to triage. Okay, sure. What we're really interested in, of course, is getting percussion cap done so that gets us munitions plants. That is going to be important. In our constructions here, we also have 3 arms industries. We're just building up some... Well, we're getting rid of this debt right now, but we're going to build up some gold reserves so that we don't have to end up paying the debt at all. We're just going to micro that a bit so that we are only constructing at a time when we don't have debt, right? That would be the way. So that'll be okay. We are going to be out of debt here in 3 weeks, looks like. That's great. Absolutely wonderful. We do have a few unrealized taxes. I want to check in on taxation capacity here. This is almost certainly due to lack of employees, and this is not. So we should get a construction going in Shikoku. Absolutely. Otherwise, infrastructure looks good. No concerns there. Let's just let our gold reserves build up for a few weeks here, and then we'll get a few weeks of construction, and we'll just oscillate between the two, is the way this is going to end up going. Hopefully we end up passing agrarianism. That is of vital importance to us. We need to start getting some of these law changes through, and this is the first one we've had the opportunity for. This peasant levies thing keeps appearing and disappearing. It's like this guy, he's a historical character. He's trying to start this up, and he just keeps not having any luck. Okay, well that's fine for now. We're currently pulling entirely out of our investment pool. That's completely okay. That does, of course, mean that our construction is not maxed out at this moment. That's not shocking. Let's go until we have about 1 million gold reserves, so we have about half of what we're going for right now. Yeah, let's do something like that. That'll allow us to construct for a while here. Clippers are currently considered expensive. And that, of course, means that we should make more shipyards. So we'll get one going in Kyushu eventually when we resume our construction. We're at 650 right now. Okay. So this is going to be about 6 weeks at this point until we resume our construction. Hopefully agrarianism will pass into adoption here. Keep in mind, our chance is still well over 50%. Actually, it's over 60%. And we have succeeded 1 roll out of like 20 or 30 here. It's kind of insane. We've had some good debates, but I don't think we've gotten many advances. We've got maybe 1 or 2. And then we've only gotten the 1 success roll. It's been giving us almost entirely stall and debate rolls, which is insane. Absolutely insane. We are about to get to that 1 million marker in our gold reserves, so that's great. We're very, very, very happy to not be paying interest right now. So let's resume our construction. We are going to be running a net negative here. Wood and iron are considered expensive at this moment, so I would like to do something about that. Just checking in here. Hokkaido. Okay, it's going to have to be Sakhalin. I would prefer not to because our construction efficiency is still low there, but let's move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, let's move all of these logging camps up. And then I'm going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 iron mines up. Okay. Now, we're not going to do these necessarily right now. I want to get anything that we've made progress on done first. So something kind of like this, although these are now in reverse order. Yeah, they're in reverse order. It's okay. That's fine. We're going to be running these constructions for a little bit here. We'll get those going, and then the iron mines and the logging camps, and we'll see how that goes. We got another stall over here. We're going to stay focused on the law. We have had literally the worst luck on this agrarianism at this point. It's incredibly hard to see a universe in which we have worse luck than we have. Incredibly hard. This should have just sailed through, but I mean, that's RNG for you. That is RNG for you. So we're going to be finishing up these universities in just a couple of weeks here. Also, getting percussion cap is going to be important. We've got 7 months on that. We're going to need to get munitions plants online. We are doing better in our funding at this moment. That's very good. We're going to need to get these universities done. That will not help our financial situation, but the arms industries will a little bit. Emphasis on little. And I kind of want to move up some of these logging camps and intersperse them with the iron mines. I don't want to build all of these simultaneously, I think. We want to do something kind of like this. So that'll be fine for now. And we're apparently also... I want the shipyards building right now. There we go. Raising concerns. What do we got? I think at this point, minus 10% to the rural folk is fine. Yeah, that'll be okay. So we've spent about half of our gold reserves at this juncture. We're going to want to pause our construction before we go back into debt, but I'm hoping to at least have these arms industries done, and hopefully some of these logging camps as well. That'll be the ideal thing. Also, this peasant levies continually being destroyed and recreated every week is simultaneously funny and annoying. I don't think there's any real way to put that other than simultaneously funny and annoying. Because it pops up 2 notifications every time. So that builds up rather quickly, no doubt about that. We're going to have these arms industries done in 4 weeks at this point, and yeah, we have about 10 weeks of construction money left. So that seems absolutely great. We're going to get the arms industries done. We're definitely going to get this logging camp done. I'm hoping that we end up getting this iron mine done as well. That would be ideal. We might be able to sneak in this shipyard. That would also be a good thing, although currently shipyards aren't a major issue. So for now, this is reasonably fine. We do finish up a logging camp. How are things looking in Hokkaido? We have a significant population lack here. Yeah. We really just need agrarianism to pass, is what we need. I'm starting to wonder, to be honest, if this is bugged. I don't know. Maybe. If it is, how do we go about solving that? Getting rid of it and redoing it? I mean, we can't do that, though, because there's a cooldown on it. Yeah, I'm not sure. I guess we'll just see. Hopefully it's not actually bugged, but boy, we've been having bad luck on it if it's not bugged. Which is theoretically possible, right? French investments, huh? 100% technology spread for production for 2 years. We owe an obligation to the French for it, but yeah, we'll do that. So we're basically out of cash right now. In fact, we do have credit. So that means that we should actually pause our constructions here. I'm not going to pause them for very long, though. I want to pay off what little debt we built up there. There we go. And let's just go for about 2 weeks here. I really want to get these finished, right? So let's get that resumed. And we can run this for about 3 weeks. So that'll finish this logging camp. That'll finish, I think, this iron mine, or very, very close to it. And that will definitely help matters for us. Okay. We've got 1 more week worth of gold reserves. And now we need to pause. Okay. Percussion cap is going to be done in 14 days. Let's wait for that, and then we'll get some munitions camps going. Yes, you heard me right. Munitions camps. We have to train our munitions. That is absolutely correct. We absolutely are going to want that, though. So that will be a big deal, and percussion cap is now done. What do we want to go next for our tech? I really feel like we need to be working in military over here. We could go for, like, field works. We are getting bonus production spread, so we're getting baking powder right now. That's not necessarily the best thing in the world. Fieldworks is definitely a decent thing. Maybe rifling, though. That's 27 months out. So is Fieldworks. They're the same cost. Let's go for rifling. Now, we do need to get a couple of munitions plants going, and we will absolutely do that. So where do we want to put these? In Kansai. I'm going to build 3 of them. They're currently very, very negative in what they output, but that's fine. I want to go into our buildings here and make sure that munitions plants are set up correctly. Explosive shells. Yes. And otherwise, that looks good. Okay. Let's give it this week tick, and let's resume our constructions. Cool. So wood and iron are considered expensive. No shockers there. Let's get these shipyards completed. And I'm hoping that we get these 2 iron mines done here. Ooh, banking. The extra minting is going to be very good for us. No doubt about that. So that puts us at minus 33k instead of about 40k. That's significant. That is actually quite significant. That means that we're definitely going to finish this iron mine. No doubt about that. Fantastic. We should probably consider pausing again very shortly here. Yeah, this next week tick. And letting this build back up. We want to get these logging camps done soon. But the munitions plants are going to be fairly expensive. There's no doubt about that. Okay, let's get that paused. We currently have some debt. We should consider moving up to skirmish infantry at this point. It is going to create us an input shortage of ammunition. No doubt about that. And these are a number of weeks out still. So we're getting about 50% more here. So every 2 weeks we get an extra week of construction is the way that this ends up working. That's reasonably fine, but we definitely do need to get this situation turned around, right? So we're not expanding our construction in any meaningful way here. We're still hoping to get agrarianism to pass. We're still sitting at about a 60% chance of success or advance. We'll see if this luck changes on us. Hopefully it does, because it has not been great. That's for sure. Very, very bad luck on the agrarianism so far. Okay, so we've got about 400k. Let's get this going. That'll get us about 10 weeks of construction. So that'll be fine. We'd really like to get these munitions plants solved here. Hey, we moved to adoption. Finally. We only need 1 more success roll now at this point. So that's great. Very, very solid there. Wood and iron are still expensive. I want to get our wood and iron production runs complete here. Is that going to happen this round of gold? I don't think so. This iron mine is going to finish, for sure. And then we're just going to be working on our logging camps at that point. However, I'm willing to bet that here in Kanto, we probably have a lack of people in these mines, right? Yeah, we pretty much do. Pretty much do. What about in our logging camps? So we're building logging camps. Where are we building those? Up here, right. We do have some peasants available here. Yeah. These are not really helping us because we need qualified employees to work in them. So we really need to get these universities built, is what we really, really need. Noted. We need to pause construction as well. And we'll just let this credit wear out. Market access in Kanto has dropped, so we're going to need to get a railway here eventually. As soon as we get these munitions plants, we're going to consider bumping up our troops. That would be great. Really, what we need more than anything still comes back to agrarianism. I really thought we would have had agrarianism a long time ago. We'll follow their advice. Migration attraction is always good. Speaking of which, how are we doing in Hokkaido? I mean, it's not great. I'm not shocked about that, though. Okay, so we're at about 300k right now. Let's give this 2 more week ticks. That'll give us about 10 weeks in total of construction. So, of course, that does indicate that we should be putting the resources into our universities. We really need qualifications. Like, really badly. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to intersperse universities in amongst these. We definitely want to get the munitions plants built first. But let's get this started. We'll get this iron mine done in 2 weeks. That'll be fine. Hopefully agrarianism finishes up here. Because keep in mind, agrarianism is a prerequisite. Getting off of traditionalism is a prerequisite to changing a lot of our laws. A big part of our problem is how backwards our laws are, and we've not had an opportunity to do something about that until just now. And this has gone very poorly. So, we still have about a 60% chance here of either an advance or a success. So we'll see what happens. Maybe it just goes through. Maybe our luck has changed. But then again, maybe not. It's hard to say. So we're working on universities at this point. That is good. We absolutely need to get more qualifications. That's a big part of our problem. And pop growth. We need pop growth as well. That is a long-term problem, and we have to get off of agrarianism or onto agrarianism as a starting point for that. So let's see what happens here. It stalled. Okay. We'll stay focused on the law, and we'll try it again. At least we're in adoption now. We only need one more success roll. Our munitions plants are finishing up in 2 weeks. So that's good. We're going to be working on our universities. Qualifications are important. We do still have a lot of peasants. We do have some unemployment here. That's noted. That's definitely a good sign, actually, that we have unemployment. Now, we only have enough gold reserves for 1 more week of construction, which is reasonably expected. We'll pause our construction now, and that'll be fine. But yeah, lack of qualifications is basically our core issue here, but also lack of people. Lack of people is also an issue, and a significant one. But it mostly comes down to lack of education institution, right? So what I'd really like to do is get schools and a health system going. That would single-handedly solve this problem. We can't do that, though. We can't go to religious schools because we need to be on not serfdom. And we can't go to any sort of a health system because we need to be on... Let's see, charity hospitals would need medical degrees. This would need pharmaceuticals, and this would also need pharmaceuticals. Noted. What would we need to get pharmaceuticals? Medical degrees is being exposed right now. So let's go down to pharmaceuticals after we're done with rifling. For some reason, I was thinking that required us to get off of serfdom, but of course, getting off of serfdom requires us to get off of traditionalism. So that'll be fine. Okay, we've got a decent amount of cash built up here. Let's resume our construction. Let's get a couple of universities going here. The universities are very important to bring up our qualifications. We've got a number of logging camps that we're still going to be working on, and people will eventually filter into these locations. But this is by far our biggest problem right now, is we just have so many open jobs, and we have a lot of peasants that could fill those jobs if they were educated. We need to get them educated. The universities are kind of a stopgap, to be honest. They're not going to do a lot at this moment, but they will do a lot later. If we can ever get agrarianism passed. Oh boy. Okay, so we've got about 60 days until we get to try again on agrarianism. We've definitely made progress on it, so that's good. Market access in Kanto has dropped. That's not shocking. That's why we're getting that railway built there. That's fine. And actually, the pops that are below the minimum expected standard of living in Hokkaido are going up. That's also reasonably expected. Okay, so we've got 2 logging camps left here. They're going to be done in 6 weeks. Then we've got all of these universities, right? Those are making solid progress. Absolutely solid progress. I do want to switch us over to skirmish infantry here. And we'll do that. That gives us an ammunition and small arms shortage. Okay, that is noted. So 64.4K? Sure. Ammunition is no longer shortaged. Small arms are still shortaged. Okay. So we're, of course, going to have to solve this problem, right? So currently I want to check here. Yeah, going down to rifling will be a big boon for that. But for the moment, I do think a couple of additional arms industries does make sense. Are we actually employing people in these arms industries? No, obviously. We're going to pause our construction here. Backroom deals, okay, sure. We're going to stay focused on the law. So we hit the stall yet again here. That is just insane how this has gone. No doubt about that. Agrarianism has taken far longer than planned at this point. So running a small arms shortage, I'm hoping that we're going to see in our private constructions some arms industries here. Sadly, we haven't yet, and obviously we're paying a fair amount due to this small arms shortage. I'm noticing that ammunition is no longer even considered expensive, so that's a good sign. In fact, that's a very good sign. The arms industries are going to take, what, like 20 weeks? And we are at what? Minus 70? Okay, noted. Cool. So for now, that's okay. It's not great. It's definitely not great. We can see our GDP has been stalling out. It's going to really soar once we manage to put these peasants to work. But we really need agrarianism. Please? I'm reduced to begging here at this point. This has been incredibly bad luck on agrarianism. Incredibly, incredibly bad luck. We've just been rolling stall after stall after stall after stall for like decades. Well, maybe not plural decades, but like for a decade. It's been a really long time. No doubt about that. So we're currently kind of inverted from where we were before, where it takes us more time to build up. We're going to be spending less time constructing. At least for the moment. Once we get rifling, things will change a little bit on that front. But let's get constructing here. Okay, just checking in here. Market access up here. Noted. That could almost certainly... Yeah, that railway has, like, no people in it, but it could almost certainly use a second railway anyway. We'll get that going. The arms industries we're going to get some progress on, and the universities will get some progress on, but we're probably not going to finish anything this round of construction. We'll see. Things are painful for us right now, and it all comes down to this luck. We need to get moving on our laws, and we just can't. Makes me so sad. We are going to finish this university in Kanto. Okay, that's cool. Only minus about 50k right now. That has improved. We're to get another university done, so that's great. And we can see we've got about 18,000 unemployment. I do wish that this showed us where the unemployment was. That would be really, really useful. Really, really useful. So 14.6k. It's all in Shikoku. Okay, gotcha. So what are we short on? Wood and iron. Okay. That's not tremendously helpful, but sure. Do we want to build up a little bit of debt here and get these arms industries done? I think the answer is no. We do not want to build debt. So let's not pay interest if we can help it. I would very much prefer not to. Baking powder has been unlocked. That might be good. Finally, agrarianism. Okay. That's huge. Agrarianism finally happened. Okay, food industries can go down to baking powder. That will be a good thing as well. Rifling is a ways away yet, 13 weeks. That's fine. Now, let's see what we can do for laws. We can go off of land-based taxation into per capita taxation. That alone would boost our revenue by 54k. We only have a 6% chance of success. Do we have anything else that would be good to change? Not that's currently available. So it's only a 6% chance of success. This may end up not happening, but let's make our way through it. Beautiful. We're going to build up a little bit of cash here, get this university finished. And if we look at this now, 19.5, sure. We definitely want to be resuming our construction, right? That's very much something that we want. We also want rifling to finish up here. That's 10 weeks out. That's not too bad. Let's let rifling finish. I'm just thinking here about timing at this point. Yeah, let's let rifling finish and swap over to that. That's 7 weeks away right now. That's not too bad. Let's get a couple weeks of construction here, minus about 40k, so we can get about 5 weeks of construction. Sounds good. We finish up this university, and that seems fine. We are allocating a lot of our construction over to private construction with agrarianism. That's okay. We're reasonably fine with that. Just getting per capita taxation is going to be a huge deal. Absolutely huge. So we're going to be delighted for that. On this next week, we should pause our construction again. There we go. And rifling will come through in 2 weeks. Beautiful. So 1 week. Actually, it might be 1 week after this one that rifling comes through. Yes. How are we doing on medical degrees? 9 to 11 months currently? Okay. Noted. There we go. There's rifling. So I want to immediately swap over to rifles for our firearms manufacturing. Beautiful. Gone to the dogs. 10% enactment success chance. Do it. Stay the course and clear up any errors. So that's absolutely great. We got a debate there, and yeah, that does make sense. Cool. Okay. So small arms are currently expensive, but there's no longer an input goods shortage of them. It is time to put a cut in here, though, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to see if we can get per capita taxation. If we do that, that is huge. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Shadow Wolf, Andy McGar, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Soccerman12 UK, Kentogan, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.